You're wasting all the time. Another hour gone, did you hear the chime? You're wasting all the time. Recorded for Thursday,
June
10th,
2021.
Hey! And welcome to Wasting All the Time, Season 2. What a breath of fresh air, eh?
Mm-hmm. Indeed, we do.
My name is Dave, and I'll be the host for this green episode 90 of the aforementioned second season. But I will not be doing this improv comedy podcasts all on my lonesome. No. Just
Nay not.
stop it. Stop it. No.
I have stopped.
Thank you.
Full and complete.
That individual who has just informed us of his stoppage, well, that's my friend John.
Hey, I'm John. Can I breathe again at least?
Breathe to your heart's content.
This guy having to breathe.
Leave the lungs out of it. This other guy with the quips and the whatnots, well, that's Cody.
It's me, Cody. I quip and also whatnot.
He quips and whatnots with the best.
The whatnottery is really one of my defining features.
Yeah, tip top whatnottery.
Aha.
And rounding out our cadre of cohorts, well, it's my friend Jess.
Yo, I'll make all those corners rounded, all nice and rounded, so nobody gets hurt. Nobody's gonna get hurt on my watch.
Shit's fucking beveled.
Get beveled.
All right. As stated before, this is an improv comedy podcast. I am the host for this episode, and we're going to go from segment to segment in a linear fashion. And we hope you enjoy. We're going to start it off with a little segment where I share some knowledge that's, bouncing around inside my skull. It's called Science Time with Dave. For this one, I have solicited a subject from our patrons over on the Discord server, and they wanted to know about the Doppler effect.
Doppels.
So without researching anything, let's get into it. It's the Doppler effect.
Get ready to learn, because it's Science Time with Dave.
All right, if you want to know about the Doppler effect, then boy, I sure hope you know a little thing about a slinky, because it's going to be very helpful. Now imagine a slinky. It's got two ends, right? Well, let's say that you are one end and the source of sound is the other end of the slinky. As you pull the slinky apart, as things move away from each other, well, all the little rings of the slinky stretch out apart from each other and they get wider, right? And now squish the two ends back together, they get shorter, right? Well, okay, now the slinky's freaking sound waves, and as you stretch them out, the amplitude, maybe stays the same, but it's the space between the peaks stretches, which is lowering the pitch, because that's how sound works. I don't know if you're aware, pressure waves through the air. And when they get closer together, well, that makes the pitch go up a little bit. So if you can imagine holding two ends of the slinky and you cram them together and then pull it apart a little bit, that's like a thing driving past you, with their windows down, blaring the radio.
I'm so lost.
Pretty rad.
And it happens with freaking light waves too, so suck it.
Redshift, baby.
Heyo. Do you have questions, Jess?
I got real confused because I thought Doppler, all I think about is there going to be rain?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Doppler radar utilizes the Doppler effect. And actually, this is an assumption. No, I've never been told this. But it utilizes the rotation of storms to, so as a storm rotates, part of it is coming towards you and part of it's moving away. And so Doppler radar can detect that because of the relative motion.
Right.
And
all storms are slinkies. Got it.
yep.
The literal truth. You heard it here first.
That sounds true. Yeah.
Confirmed.
So that may be entirely made up, but you'll never know unless you research to find out. And I highly encourage people to actually look into stuff when they have weird little questions that pop in their head, because the world is a fascinating place, and a lot of stuff is actually pretty accessible if you just look,
It's true.
All right, that was Science Time with Dave. Time to move on to the next thing.
Woo!
Upwards, downwards, forwards, backwards, I say we go Fruitwards.
That's right, it's Fruitwards. Fruitwards is the most classic game that we play on this podcast. Yay, so many years old. First played in 2012, actually.
I know. I was going to say, we're coming up on 10 years of the podcast.
Y'all are old.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, listen here, kid.
Yeah?
We'll be
Kids
dead
and your
soon.
rock music.
Yeah?
I'm not going to stand it for rock music kids up here being all kids with their rock music. Anyway, carry on.
No.
I actually said the words yesterday. Fucking Gen Z and their neo-dada bullshit.
I love Dada, though.
I do too. I
Guess that makes you a Gen Z
I
kid.
actually really think that Gen Z is doing fun things with it. It just was like, it hit me just wrong, this one thing. And I can't even remember what it was.
Oh, no.
Jess has Dada issues. All right.
What?
I'll allow it.
Here's how Fruitwords works. We take a random adjective and a random noun. They historically arrive to us on green and red cards. And we put them together. We see what it looks like, and then we do an improvised scene inspired by these words.
It's so
and
inspired.
the words, so inspired. So inspired.
Inspired.
Think about the first person to ever build one of those thin towers that you call a spire.
Okay.
They had
want to.
such an amazing pun opportunity. Who knows? History is silent on the issue whether they took advantage of that or not. All right, our random words for this episode are unappealable, meaning that you can't appeal it.
That's what that means.
Furrier, a dealer in furs, one who makes or sells fur goods.
Huh.
Oh.
Unappealable
Furrier.
furrier. So how long you been out in the woods here?
About 7 months.
7 months. Oh, okay. So
give or
just
take a
long
week.
enough to get a sense.
Yeah.
What,
yeah, since that, as a matter of fact, I am in the wrong forest.
No,
Yes, sir.
no. Why? What are you looking for?
Well, see, I was trying to be catching some, them wolf things.
Wolf things. Yeah.
Turns out they are not in these particular woods.
Nope. That's a couple down.
Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
and
We
most
got muskrats.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. Good eating, but can't really make a rug out of them.
No. That's the way it is in the woods, though. Am I right or am I right? You come out, you get what nature provides, and nothing else.
Right. I mean, certainly these woods, you get muskrats.
Yeah. What's that tone?
Toned?
Yeah. What do you mean, like these woods? Muskrats.
Well, I mean, because like if I'd gone to the right woods, then there'd have been wolf things, which is what I was going for. That's what you would have gotten in those woods, not muskrats like in these woods.
Yeah. I think I hear a creature.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get some pelts right now.
I mean, yeah, some kind
What the hell is that?
of, I don't know, some high-pitched. What makes a high-pitched noise like that? That ain't a mosquito.
Is that a mosquito? Oh, you know what? God damn it, that's my alarm.
Your alarm?
Yeah, set a reminder. Yeah. See, these woods are so unforgiving that we're about due for a rainstorm that's going to flood this whole little gulch that I'm hiding in the blind in, you know?
Oh my.
Yeah, it happens all the time. There's nothing you can do about it.
Really? Because oh no. I got my blind about a mile back, and I got my whole. I was trying to sew together a muskrat rug.
Oh, so you were giving the muskrats a go.
I mean, all you can really do.
Sorry to interrupt, but you hear how my alarm's getting closer and closer together?
Yeah. So it's coming, yeah.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, that's like 600 muskrat pelts that I got back there. I better. I'm gonna make a run for it. You don't mind?
Yeah. Don't run down the culvert. You got to get out and run alongside, otherwise you'll get swept away before you can get your pelts.
Okay.
Oh, there. Yep, here it comes. Ding. Flash flood.
Oh wait.
So there you go.
I don't know if we quite got unappealable in there, but
Sure we did. There's nothing you can do about it.
oh, there you go. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Honestly.
And share your insights with us, Jess.
Oh, no, honestly, I mean, having a really annoying, that's pretty unappealing.
Heyo.
Got him.
If there's anything that Jess has taught me about Fruitwards, it's that you can't be too precious. I used to be very precious about Fruitwards and using both words. But now it's just go.
Live your best life, as the kids
Exactly.
say.
I like it. Like that.
Like that.
Okay. Any other comments? Any other questions? Any other concerns? Call 916-235-3337.
You had better.
Twitter shins.
That's right. It's Twitter Shins Rapidballs. Where I go on just this awful website called twitter.com and I find questions that we answer.
It's so awful.
So here we go. We're going to do it in a rapid fire way. So be mindful of that. Starting with tweet number 3 from Steven at North Vane.
Good old North Steven.
Seahorse or dragon, Cody?
Well, the first thing you have to look at is how much XP this thing will give you. Obviously, that stands for expansion points, which is how fat you get if you eat it. If you get a lot of XP from this, as I have done over many adventures, over many years, or a long time, I have lots of XP, you see, so I'm very, very deadly if I land on you. Then you'll know that it is probably a seahorse. Seahorses, lots of calories, lots of protein, lots of armor that you have to get through. So really, I think your biggest thing here is depending on how expanded you get from those points is whether or not it's the mythical creature of legend or a delightful little happy guy that's going to just tickle your fancy to be seen. Or something. You know what? You just figure it out yourself. Use a dictionary, Steven. Jesus.
super calorific expialidocious. All right. Jess, seahorse or dragon?
Well, I reckon it depends on what kind of a entrance you want to make when you want to make your point, Stephen. Now, I myself prefer to ride in on a dragon. One, because I am human-sized and it would be a bit ridiculous to ride in on a seahorse. Two, they can fly and I cannot breathe underwater. I would drown, and then I guess maybe my spirit could ride on a seahorse, but I would not be able to purchase any of the fine goods at Mother McCrary's shop. If that were the case, it's a very nice, fine general store, and I want to keep small business in business. So I would recommend, very much so, that you come in on a dragon. Now, there's different types of dragons, and you can find all of that in the Dungeon Master's Handbook, the Monster Manual in particular, so that you know the proper stats and strengths and weaknesses of each dragon. And you know what? Good luck. You know what? Don't also just tiny bit of advice. Lizard folk, not dragons. Don't think they're dragons. They're gonna get real upset.
Oh boy. If a day at the races involved underwater spirit jockeys on seahorses, I would bet. John, seahorse or dragon?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that we're talking about which would you rather fight, and the answer is obvious because you've given me two animals to choose from, one of which is imaginary. So I'm gonna pick the imaginary one, and I'm gonna say I'd rather fight a seahorse because dragons are big, scary things with wings and fangs that breathe fire, and they obviously exist. Whereas, seahorses, they were invented to sell, Lisa Frank binders to preteen girls. They obviously are far too whimsical to actually exist. And so, yeah, I'm going to fight the imaginary sea creature. Thank you very much. Keep your dragons.
You can say all you want about how brave or otherwise John is, but you gotta give it to him. He knows his capabilities, and he's going to put up against some Lisa Frank looking bullshit. All right. Tweet number 2 from Fruits and Roots at Fruits and Roots. Did you try our papaya yet? Sun emoji, sun emoji. John.
Okay, so I don't know if I've tried your particular papaya, but I've had some papaya in my day, specifically in papaya salad, which is something that Southeast Asia invented really to test the limits of what is possible as far as spiciness in a cold dish. And let me tell you, until you have had, the skin of the roof of your mouth peeled off by some of this shit, you have not lived. It's just breathtaking. It's amazing stuff. And it burns all the way through, going in and on the trip and coming out. And really, I can't recommend it enough. It's just great.
That's nothing. One time I ate Captain Crunch and pineapple in the same meal.
Whoa!
That
is
Cody,
white person
Jess,
spicy.
Jess. Jess, did you try our papaya yet?
Well, as somebody who likes to keep small business in business, I have to say that I did partake in some of Miss McCrary's general store papaya. Now I have to say that I was a little bemused by the structure in my mouth and what it did to the structure in my mouth. It was as though I realized that my mouth was a cave of wonders, and the papaya was the gold in it. So, I'd say I did enjoy this papaya, but just like a cave of wonders, I'm never going to release all the secrets of how much I enjoyed it, because you're never going to take that from me. And if you do, I will bury you.
Some people call them teeth, but I guess wonders works too. Cody, did you try a papaya?
I have not tried your papaya because it's clear that you're just trying to steal from one of America's beloved cartoon characters, Popeye. When he goes, yeah, you're just going to make it out of spinach. So no, I haven't delved into your madness stealing of the strong sailor who beats up a guy and rescues a woman who's far too thin to be healthy. Her emaciation honestly concerns me to this day. But no, your Popeye is not going to go anywhere here, Buster. So why don't you just turn it back around? This one is Popeye no, all right? So I'm not going to try it. I'm not going to have your little spinach kale shake or whatever you think is healthy at the moment, because this sailor doesn't sail from that port, Buster. So you can just go Bluto yourself, all right? Yeah, I'm out.
Sailor fights, 3 p.m. back behind Mrs. McCreary's general store.
Finally, tweet number 1 from Justice Smith at Stand Up for Justice. WTF is up with vegans always adding arugula to shit? Arugula tastes like spit. Cody.
Well, now you're finally starting to alight on the vegan plan to take over the world, because as soon as you're comfortable eating something that tastes like spit, you're comfortable eating stuff that doesn't taste like spit, which tastes worse. And so you better be prepared when they're like, check out my ultra vegan salad. And you're like, this is a plate of dirt. And they're like, yeah, but it's better than spit. And you're like, I guess so. And you start eating dirt. And then what happens? You're a plant. Yeah, they're trying to turn you into a plant so they can eat you. Because it's not animal cruelty if you've been transmogrified into a thing that eats the nutrients from dirt and photosynthesizes like the ridiculous plant that they want to make you. So don't eat that spit-flavored arugula. Oh, don't eat that spit-flavored arugula. That shit's nasty, because ultimately it ends with you being consumed by a hippie saying, oh, this transmogrified human was locally sourced. But you weren't. You were veganized.
I'd like to interrupt this segment to break the fourth wall and share a little skit that I came up with in driving in my car earlier today. Person number 1, man, I'm going back to school. I'm studying to be a mediator. Person number 2, so what are you now, vegan? All right.
I'll allow it.
Jess.
I have to confess that I was so enamored with Cody's response, I forgot the tweet.
Lucky for you, this time around, I'm reading the tweet over every single time.
Perfect.
What the f is up with vegans always adding arugula to shit? Arugula tastes like spit. Jess.
Okay, so you have to understand that these poor vegan people, they're not they are poor. They are a sad bunch that are trying to go through a new form of Buddhism, and arugula is their example of life is pain. So whenever you see them adding that into their salads or their salads or their salads, because what else would vegans eat? Oh, they might eat salads. Oh, it's because they want to remember every single day that life is pain, and you got to go through the pain in order to go and become enlightened. And I know that this might be big thinking stuff for you, but you know what? That is one of the reasons why at old Mrs. McCreary's general store you can find literature on how you can be a true vegan and a casual vegan, in which a casual vegan does not want to have pain brought upon them at every single meal. They just want it once in a while in a club sandwich.
Just what we needed, another form of Buddhism. John, WTF is up with vegans always adding arugula to shit. Arugula tastes like spit.
Okay, so we're kind of getting back into similar territory as the first question. And I know I've said this a lot, but clearly it's not sinking in. Vegans don't exist. They're not a thing. It's like the Illuminati, it's a cool conspiracy theory, fun stories to be had about this, but it's not a real thing that exists. I know people say that they're vegans, but it's the same way that you say like, oh yeah, I am a spy for, the Knights Templar. It's not a thing. It doesn't, it's just people like trying to be cool. So because the reality is that no one would actually choose that. It just doesn't make sense. Because, the meat industry is famously kind and gentle. And, there's no real reason to take issue with that, as far as myself and my several lobbyist friends are concerned. And so, stop worrying about the arugula. It also doesn't exist. It's just fancy lettuce. And if you would rather have iceberg, God damn it, this is America. Get some iceberg lettuce from the grocery store. It's still legal. And just put it on your hamburger or something and stop fucking whining. Jesus.
Apologies to our Canadian listeners who are not, in fact, in America. But let's just say I happen to know a famous vegan who works for the Knight Templar, and he knows a thing or two about seahorses because he is a sailor.
Oh,
man.
Oh, God.
All right. This has been Twittershins Rapidballs. Okay. I think I need to sample that.
Yeah, that was great.
That's the platonic ideal of the outro for this. Yeah.
Really, it is. Yeah.
Happy to help.
All right.
What I'm here for.
Well, it wouldn't be a green episode if there wasn't more learning involved. So let's move it on to the next segment, shall we?
Heck yes.
Ah, yes. The harpsichord.
Hey, Dave.
Most
Dave.
dangerous of all instruments.
Yeah, John?
What kinds of things would you grow in a garden if you had a garden?
Ooh, green onions,
Say arugula.
tomatoes,
That's it.
potatoes. Boil them, mash them, put them in stew.
Thank you.
Oh, Dave.
like that.
Dave.
Oh, yeah.
What day is it?
Ah, thank you for asking. I'm so glad. Otherwise, this segment would have gone nowhere.
Literally eat your face off nowhere.
Nowhere. It is
Broware.
June 10th. And according to nationaldaycalendar.com, that makes it National Herbs and Spices Day.
Herbs and spices.
If this has something to do with KFC, I'm going to be very upset.
I'm going to be very hungry.
Even I don't know the answer to that question. Let's find out together. Celebrating flavor each year on June 10th.
I already hate this.
National Herbs and Spices.
Celebrating flavor. Get fucked.
National Herbs and Spices Day recognizes the diversity and quality offered by using both fresh and dried herbs and spices in your cooking.
Okay, so far so good.
All year long, herbs and spices are essential to cooking. But as the summer heats up, developing a knack for cooking with fresh herbs will bring brightness and flavor to your grilling and your kitchen.
I think we might be safe, folks.
We'll see.
They not only add flavor to your meals,
Which we've
but
established.
herbs and spices also add color bringing a vibrancy that might otherwise be missed. Raising your own herbs can be a form of relaxing therapy, too. Herbs and spices have been used...
You don't plant and eat your children?
I mean, I will now. Shit.
Herbs and spices have been used for many hundreds of years, and besides making our food delicious, each has its specific health benefits. Questionable. Growing your own herbs and spices is a great way to add fresh variety to your food. Herbs raised in your home add an aromatic and natural fragrance to the air as well. Herbs and spices add character to certain beverages, too. Mint, sage, chamomile, lavender, and many others add subtle flavor to hot and cold drinks.
Oh, chamomile.
How to observe #Herbs and Spices Day.
Oh boy.
Plant an herb garden and start using those herbs to create your own supply of herbs and spices.
Yo, dog,
Some great plants to start with include dill, fennel, basil, sage, thyme, and cilantro. Another way to participate in the celebration is by reviewing your stock of dried herbs and spices. Over time, their quality degrades. Be sure to store dried herbs and spices in a cool, dark area and in sealed containers. Oh, so not right next to my stove like I do? Interesting. Okay.
Ridiculous nonsense. Don't listen to big herb gatherer.
Big herb back behind Mrs. McClearly's general store.
They're unrelated.
How do you know if your spice or herb has lost its punch? Your nose is your best friend here. Crush or rub some into the palm of your hand and take a sniff. If the fragrance is still pungent, then the quality is still there. However, if you only catch a dull, dusty smell, it's probably time to replace the herb or spice. Do you have a favorite herb or spice? Let us know by using #Herbs and Spices Day to post on social media.
I mean, the spice melange. That's my favorite.
I mean, I like salt.
Salt's good.
That's a very...
I just got a new pepper grinder.
Ooh.
I'm so happy.
Oh,
Dave is officially an adult.
Oh my gosh. Crushed black pepper is one of my favorite things.
It makes a real
finally
difference. Yeah.
Sorry, that's very apropos, but not moving things forward.
Who moves things forwards anymore? Ridiculous.
So, Pete, Chef Pete, I just wanted to bend your ear for a sec.
Of course.
Yeah, it's about your new line of spice blends. Yeah, and I'm just wondering what you were trying to achieve here, because they're a little out there. You know, I'm not going to say they're bad, but they're
Thank you.
They're out there.
Thank you. I am so happy that you find them to be unboring, as you may say in English.
Unboring is one way of putting it. Yes. Yeah. The vanilla and
You mean the vanilla and
the vanilla and cumin.
The cumin.
Yeah, vanilla and cumin. With the with the
mustard.
Yeah, with the mustard.
Oui, yes. It is a perfect meat tenderizer. Truly.
Yes, people who had that on their steaks did throw them and punch them.
Then it is working.
So
Marcus, I want my spices to have people have a physical reaction and participate in their food. I want people to play with their food.
Yes, well, the
spice of life, as it were.
Yes. Well, the basil and ipecac definitely provoked a physical reaction. That was a success. If that is what your goal was.
It was my goal. I believe it is time to put up the banner and pop the brute.
Chef! Oh, Chef, I have witnessed the greatest culinary accomplishment of my entire life. Chef,
Jesus Christ.
you have done it. You have done it. I witnessed with my own 2 eyes, the windows to my soul. I saw a man who had a pork tenderloin, and he took one bite and backflipped through the plate glass window. It was spectacular.
It is true. It's truly. It is truly food in motion.
Yes,
We're 10 stories up here, guys. What?
yes, his shredded body is in the bay now.
Oh God. What spice blend was that? What was on that tenderloin?
It was
Chef, the pork.
the pork chop that went to table 14.
The pork tenderloin.
Oh, tenderloin, table 14. I believe this I put on the decoupage spice. The one this is. Let me look here. Oh, oui, here it is. It was cream of tartare, pepper, saucisse,
What was the last one?
teriyaki sauce, celery salt, and this right here is food coloring green.
Oh, Chef, I tell you, it was sublime. The greatest moment in culinary history.
Table 14 was the Turkish ambassador.
That he has truly lived a good life.
Ding.
I'm gonna.
In that case, he's led a good life.
Gotta have some of my food.
Oh God.
I suddenly could not remember any herbs or spices.
That was me also when I tried to do the first one. It was
Yeah.
like, what would be bad with vanilla? And then I realized, like, actually, I don't, like, I know many things that go together well, but I don't know a lot of things that are, like, absolutely bad together.
Yeah. Because honestly, sometimes when I'm making ground beef, I'll put paprika and cumin in it, and then I use vanilla to sweeten it.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah.
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 So
Well, fuck me.
Oh, fuck me
I
running.
feel like there are many ways to go wrong with dill.
I can see that.
Yeah. Maybe coriander.
Anyhow.
Oh, coriander.
Mhm.
I hardly know
Nutmeg.
Eander.
Nutmeg, yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, that can go bad.
I once tried to make a little like a dessert thing. It was like, oh, I'll get me some like butter and cinnamon and nutmeg, but I didn't have any cinnamon, so I was like, just the nutmeg will be fine.
I mean, I guess
was
it could
horrific
have been
beyond
worse.
reckoning.
It could have been like cloves.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, that could have been way
That's
worse.
like, yeah, cloves. If you use like more than a quarter teaspoon, it's like, this is whatever this was supposed to be. Now it's clove.
It's sort of a Clove King device.
Dave's on fire.
Somebody just
think
leave. Did somebody just
Sean
open a
just
door and leave.
died. Oh no!
Sorry, that was me
Let's finish.
throwing my headphones.
It sounds like the mic is still attached.
Maybe we just finish this episode, huh? Okay, one more thing. All right, let's move it on to the final segment. That's right, it's the Improv Game of the Week. And I'm going to bring back a game that Jess introduced us to, well over a year ago, I believe.
Ooh.
This game is called Meanwhile.
Meanwhile,
Oh.
And here's how it's going to work. We're going to get a suggestion for some kind of an event. Note to the patrons in the chat. We're going to get some sort of an event. Then 2 people are going to play a scene based on that suggestion. And at any point, one of the players not in the scene can call out, meanwhile, blank, and indicate a related scene at the same event. The person who called out, meanwhile, will be joined by any one of the remaining players for the new scene.
Yes.
And anyone not in the new scene can call out, meanwhile, themselves at any point to continue the cycle. So let's get a setting in which we might place our comedy shenanigans. Apple harvest is the suggestion. And who would be our volunteers to start?
I'll start.
I'll go.
Okay.
Me and Jess will be at an apple harvest, and then at any point, John or Cody can call. Meanwhile, and I've already explained it. I don't have to do it again.
What happens after you call
Here we
meanwhile?
go.
I'm just kidding.
Boy, I think that's my 20th bushel.
Oh boy, howdy! That's amazing. I'm still working on my 4th.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'm trying
4
to.
divides into 20.
It does. I really want to make sure that every apple that I take off the tree, I am saying thank you to. I want to pay homage to every single apple.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah. Yeah, it really is something that this orchard provides for my whole family and your whole family, and I don't know. It's great. I'm a little self-conscious now about 20 bushels with no thanks.
No, that's a lot of rude. That's a lot of rudeness to spread out through 20 bushels.
Yeah.
That's gonna bring bad luck. You're gonna have so much bad luck.
I keep getting weird looks from the guys at the drop off as well. I don't feel like I'm overloading them or something, but
Meanwhile,
they're
at the
doing
drop off, you see that guy? Yeah. Brought like 20 bushels over?
Ridiculous.
Didn't thank a single fucking apple?
Not one. Watching him the whole goddamn time being like, I'm going to take this apple. I'm going to take that apple. And meanwhile, how about the trees? Right, fuck you right to their bark. God damn it. Splits my core, I'll tell you what.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
You tell me what.
The council tree fairies, they're going to be fucking pissed about this.
They're going to be pissed as shit.
I'll
Those
be
tree
surprised
fairies
if we get one apple next year.
My God, it's yokels like this, shout ahead, that just ruin it for the rest of us. Those council tree fairies, they are vicious. I've seen them tear a man tooth from tooth without even so much as a by your leave.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Insanity.
Yes, sir.
Insanity.
You remember that one that they just turned them into apples?
I did. I think I had some of them apples. I'm a little ashamed to admit it.
Well,
it was tasty.
It's not like we were going to let them go to waste.
Well, no, that'd be ridiculous. It'd be worse than not saying
we said thank you for those apples too.
Yeah,
I think it's fine.
Meanwhile, at the ferret cancel. Yeah, so I just said to them, I says, you know what? If you ain't gonna respect this forest, then you gonna be part of the forest, So
that's right. That's right. They gotta learn.
They gotta learn.
What I do? You know what I do when I tear them apart, tooth by tooth, as if they were in a cave of wonders.
Do you ever wonder though, like, what's the reason for them to have teeth? Like, what is teeth? Like, why? They have so many.
Where you keep them bones hidden, son?
Yeah, I don't want to see your naked bones. Okay, they should walk around with a sensor bar, around their face. So we don't have to deal with it, nothing.
Particularly younger people. Shiny sensor bars in front of them.
Yeah, but I feel like they're trying to draw attention, to their naked teeth. They're teasing people, saying, "Oh, just gotta take this off, and here's my pearly marrow."
Oh my God. Yeah, no, it's true. Better stay away from them as best you can. Mm-hmm. Turn them into a sentient pile of apples. That's what I say. That's
the only
way to go for
That's
sure.
the only way. Yeah.
Meanwhile, at the dentist office.
Well, there, little Petey. I think we got him on for you.
Oh, thanks. This isn't gonna hurt at all, is it? Like it's not gonna be like my face is in a vice for the next 5 years?
Well, it's going to be a little bit like that, but it's worth it because it's really going to piss those fairy fuckers off.
The fairy what?
Meanwhile, just outside the window to the dentist's office.
Them sons of bitches. They know. They know.
You know what? I don't condone violence. I don't condone it. But I think we need to break some windows here. We need to send a message.
Yeah, an
Herb,
apple a
we
day
need to
keeps
send a
the dentist
message.
away.
That's right. Apple a day keeps that dentist away because the dentist, if it gets too close, we're gonna turn him into a bushel of apples, sentient apples.
Damn straight.
All right, I'm gonna get my pixie dust.
Meanwhile, at the American Dental Association meeting.
Gentlemen, this war from the fairies has gone on for too long, and I propose that we enact Operation Keebler.
Operation Keebler?
Yes.
Surely not.
Yes. It must be. It must be done. Our very livelihoods are at stake. I don't know.
That tree was closed off for a reason, Maurice.
Look at the world around you. Look at everything. Look at what's happening.
Meanwhile, at the Keebler Elf tree, I swear to God, if I get confused for a fairy one more time,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him something to confuse about. Whatever.
yeah. I just want him to let us out. Let us out. I'll take care of every single fairy. And then once every single fairy's done and taken accounted, and I've torn their fairy wings off, and I cut off their fairy fingers, and I burned all of their fairy dust. I'm gonna go after those that kept us in this tree,
Yeah.
Bruce. I'm gonna go after every single one of them, and they're not gonna see me coming. They never
Oh,
see an elf coming.
So you want out?
I want out.
I don't know. I'm kind of taken to it. The forced labor.
I'm done making sandwich cookies. I'm done.
I mean, they're mediocre.
Exactly. You know what? We deserve better. The world deserves better. And it's all because of them fairies. It's all the fairies'
Yeah.
fault. Because you can draw a line to all of the world's problems. Every last one. And it
I
comes
love
back to
drawing
fairies.
lines.
I know you do, Bruce. I've seen your lines in the mess hall. They're very pretty.
Thank you. I do sometimes more than one.
I have to say that I felt a lot of emotions at your last gallery opening on Branch 32.
Meanwhile, in the mess hall on Branch 32, who the hell keeps drawing these lines?
I don't know. They're everywhere. I mean, they're mediocre at best, but I don't know what to do with them. What do you like? I think we got a rogue agent in here that we got to deal with.
I think you're right, yeah.
I didn't
Tell
Meanwhile,
Papa
just
Keebler.
outside the tree, pulling an apple off of branch 32. Thank you for this apple. Ding.
Oh, man. Love it.
All right. So that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you had a good time. I had a great time.
I had a fantastic, glorious time.
It was good. I wouldn't say it was mediocre.
Oh, no, not like them sandwich cookies.
Cody, I was so excited when you meanwhiled us to the dentist office because that was like exactly what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I was going to do the orthodontist, but
Nice.
but going to the dentist then opened up American Dental Association.
That was so awesome.
Apple Day Association.
Good old ADA.
Excuse me, is this toothbrush certified by the ADA?
Certified by 9 out of 10 dentists.
Ooh, that rogue 10th. What's his story?
He's in the pocket of big candy.
That's the East German dentist.
Got him.
Oh.
That's a very old joke.
I'm there.
Very.
I'm about it.
If there was anything about this episode that you liked in particular, please head on over to wastingallthetime.com/vote to let us know about it, and we will revisit those at the end of the year. If there's anything that you didn't like, maybe you thought that our recurring Popeye commentary was, out of date and not applicable to most people these days, well, hey.
Damn, calling me out.
Fair point.
All
Fair
right,
point.
fine.
Fair point.
Jesus.
Okay.
I get it.
If you had strong feelings about that, then go to Twitter at Jay Hansen himself. Let him know about it. I won't tell you whether he'll see it or not.
Yes.
He might.
So,
not.
until next week, there's not left to do but to thank my cohorts. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome.
You're welcome.
And we've wasted all the time. My name has been Dave.
My name has been Cody.
Mine has been Jess.
Are we still recording?
Oh no.
I'm John.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Bon voyage.
What?
Bye.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, a podcast. If you enjoyed this show, then please consider subscribing on Apple Podcasts or Stitcher, or follow us on Spotify. If you really enjoyed the show, then head on over to patreon.com/timewastepod and become a supporter of our time-wasting efforts. Now, that was a lot of things I just threw at you, so if you forget all of that, just head on over to wastingallthetime.com. And there, we have all the answers.
All right.
Call it. I'm gonna call it.
It's time to move it on to our next segment. That's right, folks. It
What's that number?
is
916.
235
235.
867 5309.
Wait.
Stop it.
235.
3337.
There's still a part of me that is so sad that we were so close to having 1337.
Oh, ho, ho.
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm about it. What are you going to do, you know?
Indeed.
Hey, Dave. Hey, yeah, no, I said I was going to call. So, hey, this is me calling. Yep. Have a nice day.
So happy.
Okay, bye.
Okay, cool. I'm back.